Chapter 10 Who Stole the Tarts? Alice and the Duchess followed everybody into a house with one very large room. The King and Queen of Hearts were on big chairs above all the birds, animals, and cards. Near the King was the White Rabbit with a paper in his hand. In the very middle of the court was a table with big tarts on it. Silence in the court! Suddenly the White Rabbit cried out, and stood up to read a very long paper. The Queen of Hearts, she made some tarts, all on a summer day. The Knave of Hearts, he stole those tarts, and took them all away. Cut off his head! Cried the Queen. Not yet, not yet, said the Rabbit. We have to call people into the room and ask them questions. Call the first witness, said the King. The first witness was the Hatter. He came in with a teacup in one hand and a piece of bread and butter in the other. Just at this moment, Alice had a very curious feeling. And then she realized that she was beginning to grow larger again. I wish you wouldn't squeak so. I can hardly breathe, said the Dormouse, who was sitting next to her. I can't help it, said Alice very meekly. I'm growing. You have no right to grow here, said the Dormouse, and he got up to cross over to the other side. Give your evidence or I will cut off your head, the King said angrily. I'm a poor man, your Majesty, the Hatter began in a trembling voice. And the Marcher said, I didn't. The Marcher cried in a great hurry. Well, the Dormouse said, the Hatter went on, looking anxiously. But the Dormouse didn't say anything because he was asleep. After that, continued the Hatter, I cut some more bread and butter. Then you may go, said the King, and the Hatter hurriedly left the court. Call the next witness, said the King. The next witness was the Duchess cook. She carried the pepper box in her hand. Give your evidence, said the King. No, said the cook. The King looked anxiously at the White Rabbit. Never mind, said the King. Call the next witness. Alice looked round and wondered who'd be the next witness. Imagine her surprise when the White Rabbit looked at his paper and read out the next name. Alice,